the initial view of sauna that I'm working on. So this is a building I have. It's external, and so I've allocated the back half of it to be a sauna. And so I just started the framing here. So this was already, the walls already, so you're going to use the existing 3 walls, and then I just put up a wall here, and then put up a ceiling or a roof up top there. So it's going to be, put a step here. Normally wouldn't put a step, but they're going to have a raised floor in there, so you're not standing on the concrete. So it's really going to be simple. It's just going to be the heater over here in the back corner. You walk in here, so there's just enough room, and then there's just going to be a bench on one side. So far, so it'll attach to the wall. It'll be insulation here. So I put blocking here where it's going to need to be supported. So it's 18 inches off the ground. It's going to be about 18 inches so far, I think, wide. It's going to be a floating bench, so I just put I use 2x4s around, and I have maybe one support in the middle. It's going to be able to be lagged in on every 16 inches, so it'd be plenty. And then we'll have one out here where it can lag into here and have plenty. I still need to do the blocking for the heater where it's going to sit. Has the rocks in it, and the rocks are 133 pounds, so I don't know what the heater is. It's probably going to be like 150 pounds or so. So I'm going to have to put like 2x6 blocking or something, just to place the hold, because it'll be able to hit one step. But this is 6 feet this way. It's just over, it's like 50 inches this way, so it's not a lot of space, but enough, at least up to 6 feet, where it should be about 3 people should be able to sit in there comfortably, or one person long ways, because that'll be if they want to lay down. I haven't really figured this out exactly yet, but I think this should be correct. I'm going to put a vent here, because you want to have 2 vents. You want one for the intake, so the heater can break in fresh air, circulate or vent it up. And then there'll be external vent somewhere here where it can go, so you can have cross circulation across the whole thing. I had some 2x6s left over from the building of this structure, and so I just built that. So it was able to build it and then just put it up top. This one happens to be a supporting wall, so it's 2x6. So the insulation is going to doesn't really matter. Everything else is 2x4s. But since the ceiling is going to, obviously the heat rises, I wanted to do 2x6 definitely on the top, so I could put the R23 on the top. I'm going to go with the rock wool, just because I don't really need it, but it's like fiberglass, but it's made out of, obviously, spun rock, spun stone, but it has fireproofing capabilities, not proofing, but fire resistant, so it can't burn, because obviously it's rocks. It has some soundproofing, so I think it'd be better just for this heat source. It's going to need the heater needs a 30 amp. It's a 4.5 kilowatts, so it needs 30 amp supply. I don't have that wired yet because there's a control module and everything. I'm still waiting for that. Same thing with the blocking. I'm just waiting for the heater to come in so I can see exactly the height and all the instructions and everything. So I'm going to finish this up. I'm actually working on the door. Working on a custom door here. We're going to make that out of cedar, and those are the blocking, but there'll be a separate video on that because it's a lot. So I have to get custom glass and everything for that. There'll be a light up here. I haven't put that in yet. And that gets attached to the control panel. And then there'll be a thermostat in here, and there'll be a controller down here that turns off the heater when you open the door, so it's not running.